Hello, all. Man, I have such a powerful message. And I was just praying to God. I'm like, please allow me to deliver it with justice. Okay, so in my testimony, in my walk, there's been a handful of tarot card readers that I have followed, that I agree with some of their messages. I do, but either way, I followed them. Do they follow me? All of them. None of them do but one. So there's that factor, right? There was a video that said one posted that really resonated with me, because I was like, the angle behind it, I wasn't quite sure what I felt about it. Dang, straight facts right there. And so she was taking Charlie Kirk's wife's speech, and she was comparing it to movies or shows, right? And it was like Inception, this and that, whatever, right? I don't know all of them. Either way, right? That was the comparison. I was like, oof, I can see that. However, let me give you a different angle. Allow me to give you a different angle, right? Because I have a different angle to provide. When you become divinely connected and like divinely orchestrated or like spiritually connected to someone, baby, do you know how to play like a wolf in sheep's clothing? Play the side of all fences. Like, baby, nothing gets in the way of divine connection and divine love, particularly if it's God's divine orchestration, right? And so it just came to me when I was using the restroom. I was like, oh my gosh, right? Because I see the finalities of all of it. Like, in reference to like the rock and the hard spot where Erica's at, as well as where Candace is at, as well as where I've been at, right? In reference to everything that's been used against me when it comes to like my divine soul connection in my past, this and that, whatever. And so it's like, ooh, I got a little slice of that. I do. And see, that's the thing. People don't understand. People do not understand. And I would say they're swiftly learning. Hopefully, if not late, sooner. You know, that's all I can suggest. But seeing as we live in a world that wants to like constitute people's soul connections and this and that, like, this is what I have to say to that. Like, if you want to be on the side of the fence when it comes to divine soul connections, divine soul ties, whether it be Charlie Kirk and his wife, Candace Owen, her husband, me, my divine soul connection, President Trump, his wife, this and that, like, fill in the blanks for you, right? Divine soul, twin flame, this and that. Like, if you want to be on the side of the fence, right, that throws cars, throws into windows, that may implicate like, or implement negative feedback, I mean, at that point in the venture, I would say that you're maybe like running alongside of God, because at the end of the day, God knows what connections are. It's not for us to facilitate or articulate what connections are. It's not for us to get in the way of them neither. That's a bad idea. But it's definitely not for us to like put out our persona of like what a widow should act like or what she shouldn't act like or this and that. Like, none of that matters. None of it matters. And so why are we in a world that presents these types of atmospheres? These types of thoughts? Like, why don't we stay wrapped in our personal relationships, right? And if you're not in a personal relationship, well, maybe the reason why you're not is because you're so worried about other people's personal relationships. I mean, I don't say this lightly. Like, believe me, I deliver this with humility and kindness. And I don't mean to be mean, but at the same time, like, it's like, dang, when I saw that video last night, I was like, oh, man, that hit. But then today, I was like, oh, I see it. Baby girl knows exactly what she's doing. You need not worry. Now, what side of the fence are you on? One might ask, because I know exactly what side of the fence you're on. So call it what you may, but I would say that's probably diverting, redirecting, manipulation, gaslighting, and what's the other one? Redirecting, definitely. Redirecting, definitely. At its finest, right? As well as not taking accountability. Because why? I'm just saying. So take that, spin it, run it. Some nuggets for you. But here's my food for thought. If you find yourself on the fence, of putting out into the world your interpretations when it comes to love connections, this, that, and whatever, whether it comes to passing, this and that, or whatever, like, I would just say, hold back. Hold back. You know your love connections, so speak on your own. But do not speak on others. That's a bad idea. Because then you're just opening the avenue for whatever you're speaking on other people's love connections to come right back to you. And I would hate for that to hit anyone. And I'm not saying that lightly, but that's the truth of karma and how it works. And we have to get away from a place where people take a tragedy and the way that the wife responded and turn it into a conspiracy theory. Because XYZ controls your XYZ, and then your XYZ this and that, right? So I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. Because I picked up on that. I know, spicy video. I'm sorry, but I get so tired of people playing in each other's love lives. Like, that's absolutely ludicrous. Like, love who you are. Don't worry about other people's love lives. Don't worry about how people respond to other people's passing. Like, really? If you're not in their shoes, which you're not, you can't pretend that you know what they're going through. If you don't know the choices that they've been provided, you can't pretend how you would respond. So quit inserting yourself in places you do not belong. And so there's some food for thoughts for you. Foods for thought for free. I love you guys. Sweet dreams. But spicy video. Thank you. I love you.